Good morning. This is Sue Morton with HR.com. I have the pleasure of sitting here with Antoine, CMO of Marketing for Venga.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm very good. How are you?
Quite good, yeah, thanks.
Good. Venga is a fairly new company, and I wondered if we could take this opportunity for you to just tell us a little bit more about what Venga does.
Sure. So Venga has been in business for about 10 years, and we're a translation and localization organization, and we specialize in the HR space. So majority of the work we do is with software company in the HR space, and they ask us to bring their software to international audiences by translating the user interface and sometimes some of the help files, website material, or sales and marketing material. So in a lot of cases, those companies, during their life cycle, their investment company are asking them to go international to expand their market reach. And this is where we come into play. So we partner with them. We have a network of translators that are located worldwide. They all have a background in HR in this case and understand the terminology associated with the HR space. We translate in over 100 languages at this stage. We have a very strong quality process in place, and we have project managers located globally. So our headquarters is in San Francisco, but we have offices then in Ireland, in England, in Spain, Netherlands, Japan, China, and Argentina.
Oh, fantastic. A huge global presence then.
Correct, yeah. Our clients are very global, so we need to be in those locations. And in a lot of cases, we need to be able to follow the sun type of strategy in terms of delivering their projects.
Can you give us an example of some of the companies that you are working with?
Sure. So we work with companies like Workday since the beginning. For Workday, we translate their product in 34 languages, and there's regular updates every 3 months. We also develop their website into multiple languages and some of their sales and marketing material. So we also work with other HR software companies such as Avature, HireVue, Indeed.com, eRecruit. So as you can see, very much specialized in the HR space. The other side of our business, then, we also work with a lot of the clients that implement those systems. So for instance, with Workday, they asked us to work with Johnson & Johnson. Johnson & Johnson has 135,000 employees worldwide, and we were asked to help with their international deployment in terms of translating the HR content, HR policies, communication around change management when they were adopting Workday, as well as we progressed, we became a preferred vendor to Johnson & Johnson corporate communication, and we translate a lot of training material, also videos or subtitling for some of the content of the Office of the Chairman. And that's the same with clients like Chanel or clients like Roche, for instance, that are global organizations and need to communicate with their employees in multiple languages.
Fantastic. And very specialized in the HR space, obviously.
Correct, and that's a big differentiator for us. Like a lot of the clients we work with, their terminology is very specific to the HR industry, and it's very important for our translators to understand the context within which they work. So, for instance, when we say onboarding, we understand this is onboarding an employee and not a boat, for instance. And when you translate that into 35 languages, translation is quite a subjective thing. Mm-hmm. If you give a piece of text to 5 different translators, they're all going to come back with something different. So we work with our client to establish key terminology in each of the languages that they approve, and so that there's less kind of interpretation or preferential kind of a translation.
Great to know more about Venga. Clearly very specialized in the HR space, and you're covering it from one end to the other. Great. Yeah.
Great.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Antoine. Very good.